What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And it seems a lot of manufacturers are suspending production of a lot of vehicles and a lot of different things. And this time, as I already talked about before, we knew that Stellantis had shut down Hornet production. Now, they're using the excuse of tariffs, but we all know that it's really not tariffs. It's the fact that that vehicle sells like ass. Nobody wants that trash. And they used it as an excuse. Now, the Ram 2500, that's a completely different story. And it looks like, unless they're able to get this waiver reinstated or approved by the Trump administration, they're going to stop production. So welcome on back to TK's Garage. Yes, according to my sources, they are potentially considering pausing production at the Saltillo plant in Mexico for the Ram 2500 and 3500. And they're also, I can't remember the name of the other plant, but there's another plant where they built the Jeep Wagoneer S. And as of this morning, they've already paused that production. So what does this mean? Well, Stellantis is in a bad spot when it comes to this because they moved all that production out of the U.S. They're not like GM where they still had production of it here in the U.S., but also in Mexico and Canada. So they kind of put themselves in a really shitty, bad position. But it's not like they can't fix it, right? They could get a waiver, but now, from what I was told, that they already had a waiver. They already made an agreement before Filosa became CEO. Elkin had already made an agreement with the Trump administration to move that production, which what Sergio wanted to do anyway, move the production of the 2500s and 3500s to the United States and get it out of Mexico. Now, I've had you guys asking me to do a video or do the breakdown of what the difference is in cost. And while I don't work at Stellantis, I couldn't tell you exactly how much every part is or whatever. We can go over an idea of what the manufacturing cost is and how much more or less it would cost for them to build it here and how much less they make in profit by building it here versus building it in Mexico. So I'm going to be working on a video on that for you guys across all the products that they sell so you can get an idea. And at least in one case of the Dodge Charger, they'd actually save money building it here as opposed to Canada, believe it or not. But I find it interesting to see all of these manufacturers doing this now. I mean, we know that they're going to avoid the tariffs. Canada at a 35% tariff is really tough. 30% with Mexico, and if Mexico responds, which is what they haven't said anything yet, right? Mexico didn't respond yet, but there's rumblings that they are and that they were going to increase tariffs on the United States. And if they do that, Trump's going to increase the tariff higher. So if you go from a 30% tariff to like, say, 45% tariff, absolutely there's no friggin' way that Stellantis, and even if it's not that whole 45% that gets applied to the truck, they can't make money on the 2500 or 3500 at a 45% tariff or 50% tariff or whatever that tariff ends up being. So it's forcing the hand now for them to move stuff over here. And the thing that drives me nuts is I see the people that work around Stellantis or whatever, and they use their little bullshit accounts to try to comment. You don't understand how it works. We wouldn't be able to make money. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you would. You do make money. Samsung didn't just make that excuse. They're the largest damn manufacturer now in South Carolina with their washing machines. LG just did the same thing, $360 million to build a plant there. You already have the production capacity here in the United States to build all that shit. You got Belvedere, which is coming back online. You got all kinds of production capacity at friggin' WTAP, JNAP. I can go on and on. All of the production you could get done by simply moving that shit here. And it all comes back to, and I talked about this before, they don't want to pay the workers. They don't want to pay the UAW workers. That's all it is. That's 100% what it is. That's it. Yet, you know, if you were smart and you got on board with what's going down between what happened with the big, beautiful bill and the Transportation Freedom Act, you know, if you guys got behind that, started pushing it, lobbying for it, you could be saving $150,000 to $200,000 a friggin' employee in taxes. You could effectively almost not pay any taxes here in the United States to build cars and trucks if you build them here. It is a friggin' embarrassment that Toyota makes the most American truck. Make that make sense. A Japanese company is more American than Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Ford, GMC. That's insane. Now, to be fair to Stellantis, the Ram is the second most American-made truck. It's like 60-something%. But Toyota's number one. 72%, 71%, something like that, of that truck is built, manufactured, made, assembled here in the United States. That's an embarrassment. Just saying. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting to get a notification back from one of my sources at Stellantis. We know the Wagoneer S is already paused and could be suspended for the rest of the year. So if that happens or we don't see a 2026 model year Wagoneer S, speaks volumes. Not like that thing's selling like gangbusters anyway. And should I get the notification back, you know, how long the pause is at Saltillo, or how long they're going to shut down production of the 25 and 3500, I'll give you guys an update video and let you guys know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what we do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest time.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet.